Today on CityCast Chicago, let's face it, tourism season is upon us. That makes it a great time to revisit our one-star review game from last summer. It's Thursday, May 8th. I'm Simona Licea, in for Jacoby Cochran, and this is what Chicago's talking about. Speaking of tourism, I just want to make sure you caught the sponsored episode we dropped in our feed yesterday with the Minocqua Visitors Bureau. Minocqua, Wisconsin is north of Madison, so if you're a Chicagoan trying to avoid the tourists here, maybe add Minocqua to your list of quick getaways and listen to the episode to learn more. Anyway, now I'm going to kick it to Jacoby to introduce our guests for the one-star review game.
Since we're playing a little bit of a tourism game, I wanted to bring in some folks who know the city and its attractions very well. So I've got Dario, Durham, and Sara Faddah in the building today. They're the hosts of 77 Flavors of Chicago, a podcast which explores the city's history and culture. Welcome back to the podcast, my friends.
Hey, what's going on? Good to be back.
Hey, I appreciate the work that both of y'all do across the city, constantly informing people, enlightening people, but having a great time while you do it. And I know y'all heard me say the word game up top, so that means obviously we had to bring in none other than our executive producer, Simona Licea. What's up, Simona?
Hey, Jacoby.
All right, so exactly what are we doing today?
Right. So this one is maybe the simplest game I've ever put together. I have gathered some reviews from Yelp and TripAdvisor for some well-known Chicago attractions. I'm going to read you the review, and you guys are going to try to guess what the attraction is. Note, I have edited some of these for clarity, and so I don't give away what the thing is.
Yeah.
And there will be plenty of hints and things along the way. So, everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Let's
go.
Okay, so for this first one, here is the review. No one was there and it looked totally abandoned. I get that it's meant for summer, but I'm sure one could make it look less horrific in winter as well. This is a popular seasonal attraction that tourists like to visit.
Ooh, wait, it looked...
Can you read that one more time? I'm going to ask for a redo of that.
Yes. No one was there and it looked totally abandoned. I get that it's meant for summer, but I'm sure one could make it look less horrific in winter as well.
Less horrific. And
horrific is a very strong word.
Yeah, for real.
And abandoned.
Right. And I feel like if I say a place, it could be, I feel like I'm disrespecting them if I guess that somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but what's it like supposed to be popping in the summer? That's not popping in the summer in Chicago.
Here's my first instinct is the Riverwalk. I don't know why. I feel like it looks abandoned.
It is not the Riverwalk.
It's a good guess, though.
This was written, this person said they had visited in January. This was on TripAdvisor. This was a person from Berlin. And you are close in the sense that this is sort of a downtown attraction.
Yeah.
I think I got... I mean, I don't want to say this one.
Navy Pier?
No. Well, yeah. I was going to say the Bean.
No.
Because I knew that was off.
The Bean is beautiful when it's snowy and stuff, so I can't imagine.
But it was dead though too. That's the only thing that was dead in the last
Bean's never dead.
There were several one-star reviews of this attraction.
Really? Several one-star reviews.
And most of them said the same thing, that they went there at the wrong time of year when the attraction wasn't at its peak, and therefore they didn't actually get to experience it, and that means that it gets 1 star.
Okay. I've been thinking it was abandoned during the summer. They went in January, it was completely dead, and they were like, I know this is for the summer, but they should make it look better during January. Okay. That's a different way of thinking.
I mean, I'm still stumped because what looks horrific? I think that's the word that's throwing me off too.
I will give you one last hint. This is something that is in Grant Park.
Oh, the fountain? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
What? It does. Yeah, when it's off, though, it does look a little grimy.
It does look
a little grimy.
It can look a little grimy.
Dystopian. Yeah.
I mean, but who's going there thinking that they're going to be spraying water in the wintertime? That's their fault.
So the other part of this was written in January 2015. I don't know if you guys remember 2015, but there was a really bad polar vortex that year. We got a ton of snow in January of that year. So this person was like, just, do something with it. For anyone who's curious, the Buckingham Fountain does run from early May to mid-October, depending on weather. The exact
sense.
opening and closing dates kind of depend. The water display happens for 20 minutes every hour on the hour from 8 to 11. If you are ever curious about when specifically might be a good time, you can actually follow Buckingham Fountain on X, aka Twitter. Not the Parks District, but the fountain itself has its own social media account that you can follow.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that I know that the Buckingham Fountain got its own X, I'm kind of disappointed. Buckingham Fountain, y'all didn't jump in and save the bean when the Empire State Building was acting wild on Twitter on X. Like, I'm kind of disappointed in that. Y'all need to have our back.
That's funny.
All right, so this next one is a little bit related. It's kind of a similar attraction, but it's more offbeat, very quirky, more likely to be spotted by locals.
Okay.
And it is not downtown.
Okay.
This person on Yelp said in 2006, "I walk past this atrocity multiple times daily, and I curse the heavens with each trip. I loathe this fountain. I see groups of people stopping to laugh at it and take pictures with it, and I can't help but wonder what joke I'm missing out on."
The poop fountain, isn't it?
Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna go there too.
Yeah.
I was going. I was going poop
As soon
too.
as you said,
What I want to know is, like, you want to know what this fountain is for?
It's for
poof.
funny.
It's for fun. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's taking that thing
just touch
serious.
grass, touch grass,
So-
and keep it moving.
So the actual name, as carved onto the pedestal, is Shit Fountain.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was created, this is in a kind of Ukrainian village area.
Mhm.
And it was created by an artist who lives there on their property to remind dog owners to pick up their dog droppings.
I love that because I actually stepped in dog shit this morning. So that's
She did. She was sitting right
my
outside
shoes are
the
sitting
house.
outside the house. So
There were a few 1-star reviews for Shit Fountain, and they pretty much all kind of were in this vein of like, what? I don't get it. Why is there poop in a
it's
statue?
art.
I mean, loosen up, first of all.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it looks like the texture of the statue. Like it looks like a little chocolate draw for sure.
It does.
It
does.
It's visceral.
This person who made this review is from Austin, Texas. One fun fact I found while I was looking this up, NBC Chicago reported earlier this year that Google searches for the Shit Fountain spiked during the rat hole craze earlier this year.
Wow.
So then I was like, well, surely there must be some 1-star reviews for Rat Hole. There were none on Yelp. There were no 1-star reviews for Rat Hole on Yelp.
Yeah,
People love the rat
that's bizarre.
hole.
All right. So this next one, as we all know, Chicago has 2 Major League Baseball teams. Therefore, we have 2 ballparks. I'm going to read you 2 reviews, and I want you to tell me which one goes to which ballpark.
Oh, God.
Okay?
In the year of our Lord 2024. This is a good one.
All right. Here's the first one. This is a review from June 2023 called "The Most Unfriendly Park in the Entire MLB." This is from TripAdvisor.
Okay.
This person says, "The local fans were the rudest, most unfriendly people I have ever experienced. Plan an hour to find parking. It was like parking in a sardine can, inches between the cars."
Yep.
All right. The second one, this one is someone from Texas wrote this in 2017. "This park brings you back to the good old days of baseball when the nation's pastime was played by inmates of a Navy prison barge."
Come on now. Well, first of all, what's going on in Texas that y'all got this much hate and animosity towards us? That's 2 reviews.
Yeah, there were a few. Another person said on Yelp, "Well, it's certainly the most meh places in all of sports." This person was from New York, and that was from April of this year.
Oh, well, New York, we don't expect.
Is that the
anything less than
second
them.
one? That's on the second one.
Those 2 are for the same ballpark. Sorry. So there was one. There was the parking, and then there was the other 2.
I'm going to say the first one is Cubs, second one is Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, don't disrespect our Sox like that. Like, that's crazy
ridiculous.
to go down that kind of
And that's not a meh stadium.
No, it's
like,
not.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's
Got
not
fireworks and shit.
Right.
Every once in a while.
You know, the big ass scoreboard.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
What do you mean? There's videos playing the whole. Yeah, it's cool.
It's just currently the home of the worst losing season in the history.
Well, I mean,
of
that's
the Sox, but hey, that's not on this. That's not on the stadium per se.
we're still making history.
Well, and to be fair, in 2017 was also rough for the White Sox. I looked it up. They finished second worst in the American League. So, you know, also
But
not
they
great
continue
there.
to make history, is what matters.
That's all that matters.
all that
107
matters.
losses as of this recording.
I gotta
It's history.
God.
I gotta tell you, I really can't with people who complain about parking near Wrigley, though.
Yeah.
I really can't. And here's why. Number one, the train is right there.
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The train is also packed. So, like,
Yeah.
you got to deal with that. But also, like, that's what happens when you go to an old stadium in the middle
That's
of a
very true.
neighborhood.
You gotta plan
in a
ahead.
city.
You gotta plan ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of buses that go through there. Yeah.
That's the one where I feel like it's on you if you don't know that there's no parking there.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
there are a lot of 1-star reviews of Chicago attractions that complain about the parking. There is
Yeah.
that is a common theme
That's
in a
such an easy
1-star
out.
review of
Yeah.
Chicago stuff. Which
Those should get taken down because like we complain all year round about that. So that's that's not
As a
not
good
fair.
grader, though, I'm like, if it's just parking, the lowest you can get is like a 3 for me. But like going to
That's
a 1 off parking is nuts.
That's
nuts.
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
I don't like them because you can't park there. You would never go to Hyde Park.
Right. You would never go to Hyde Park ever.
Hey, it's executive producer Simone Alicea here, and I want to let you know about what's happening at the North Shore Center for the Performing Arts in Skokie. They've got a packed season with some unique shows that I don't think you'll want to miss. If you got a mom who's a Taylor Swift fan, on Mother's Day, May 11th, they're running Taylor Shines The Laser Spectacular. Yes, that is a laser light show set to T-Swift hits. Swifties are also going to have another chance to celebrate her music in September when Vitamin String Quartet performs arrangements of Taylor Swift songs from Bridgerton, so you can live out your Bridgerton ball fantasies. If you're looking for something a little more contemplative, Bill W. and Dr. Bob opens May 30th. It's about the actual founders of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it's a raw, moving, and inspiring story. But of course, you know me, I'm all about the games. So I've got my eye on Clue, a walking mystery in July. It's a live-action, interactive experience inspired by the board game, and come on, I absolutely think I could solve the mystery, you know, assuming I'm not the one who did it, I guess. I'd much rather solve the mystery. You can check out the full lineup and grab your tickets now at northshorecenter.org.
I talk about my moms all the time on the show, so y'all know how much I love Mama T, but I'm gonna be real, buying gifts for her can be a little tough, right? When she sees something, she like it, she just get it. So for her recent birthday, I needed something that said, I appreciate you, I love you, I'm thinking about you all the time, and I ultimately landed on the Aura frame. It's a digital picture frame. In fact, it's the best digital photo frame according to the people over at Wirecutter. My mom sees it every day on the table in her entryway. I've uploaded photos of some of our favorite family moments together, like a huge throwback of all of us together at Kalahari up in the dunes, a recent one with my siblings and my mom at a Bulls game. I got a picture with our grandparents. Plus, anybody can add pictures from wherever they live, and she'll see them almost immediately and know we're thinking about her. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day coming up. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com, promo code CityCast. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
You know, speaking of Hyde Park and where parking came up, here's one. Let's see if you can guess this without any hints. This one really made me laugh. This is from TripAdvisor in 2016. A person from Pennsylvania wrote this. Said, this house is tiny, the materials are subpar. While the tour guide was wonderful, the home itself is rather simple. In addition, all of the parking is on street and it is difficult to find near the home. So
Is it the Hull House?
No, this is
that's West.
Oh, you said near Hyde Park?
No, this is in Hyde Park.
Oh, in Hyde Park.
Is it the Frank Lloyd Wright house?
Yes, it is the Frank Lloyd Wright Roby House in Hyde Park. This one was interesting because there are a lot of tours and stuff where people complain about the tour guides and for whatever reason, their particular, or the tickets, they like they had a specific issue with their specific tour guide and their specific ticket that was expensive or didn't get refunded or whatever. What I really appreciated about this is this was a person who apparently has been visiting Frank Lloyd Wright homes across the country. And they were like, yeah, but this one wasn't very good,
Yeah.
Wow. That's a wild 1 star. That's a beautiful area too.
Yes.
That's a beautiful area. Actually, right down the street there, like not even like walking distance. You can walk kind of across the street.
See the
There's
Ali house.
another dope house. Yeah, another dope house there that still got the horse latches right there.
There's a lot of really cool houses.
Yeah.
This person did recommend the Frank Lloyd Wright home and studio in Oak Park.
Of course they did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Of course
right.
they did.
Which, if
they
you're,
got parking.
if you're into Frank Lloyd Wright,
That's a cool one.
also if you do want to visit Roby House by public transit, it is accessible by bus. There are a few bus lines, and also the Metro Electric is within walking distance. This is from Yelp in 2014. This person says, the crowds have gotten ruder, messier, younger. It's turned into an excuse for a 3-day bender for a lot of attendees, which is sad.
Oh.
Hubbard Street?
No,
I'm just playing. Hubbard Street get on my nerves in 2024.
No, it's a festival. It's
Yeah,
a
I
street.
know. Pitchfork.
No,
Oh, not Pitch.
not Pitchfork.
Gotten younger.
Gotten
so
younger.
the crowd has gotten younger. You said
A
repeat
vendor.
the adjectives. Younger?
Ruder, messier, younger.
A 3-day bender. I mean, Riot Fest?
Neighborhood. Is that gonna give it away?
Is it like
That's going to give it
downtown?
away.
Okay.
Taste of Chicago?
No.
That's not 3 days.
That's not 3. Yeah, that's right.
Remember, this is in 2014.
2014. Okay.
Oh damn.
God, what was
Damn,
going on in
they-
2014?
Was Lala 4 days back then?
No, was it 4 days?
Oh, it was Lala?
It was 3.
Oh.
It was 3 days?
Yes. This was so interesting to me because this was clearly somebody who is just mad about getting older.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You just make because you can't hang with everybody.
Yeah, literally. Here's the options: you age or you die. So pick one. That's it. There's no other option.
This also, you want to guess where this person was from? I think this is
Texas, because they
no,
acted
no, they were not from Texas. No,
Wyoming.
think about who goes to Lala.
Naperville.
Schaumburg.
Oh, okay, close enough. Adjacent. Wow. Schaumburg.
Yes.
Y'all need to get out more.
I also looked up because I was curious. In 2014, the headliners for Lala did include Skrillex and Calvin Harris, but also Eminem, Outkast, Kings of Leon, Lorde, and the Yvette Brothers.
That's wild that they were like upset about that. Like, even with that's a good lineup.
Those are just headliners too. These are just the big names at the top of the poster. In 2013, it was The Killers, Mumford & Sons, The Cure, Postal Service, Kendrick Lamar.
Wow.
And then Steve Aoki was on line 4, I think.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Line 4?
I'm on the last one. This one is maybe my favorite because I don't think there's any way to guess what this attraction
I'm
is based on the review. But here it is. This person said on TripAdvisor in 2024, January, "This is nothing like the movies. Where's the singing and dancing? I am extremely disappointed. Chicago is my favorite musical, and I feel the following.
no.
Heartbroken, betrayed, lied to, and taken advantage of. I can't believe this."
A person came to Chicago thinking it was going to be
The Green
Chicago the
Meal.
musical.
No, that's too logical, Jacoby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Just like the streets of downtown? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What were they
they're
looking
just
for?
walking around the financial district.
So all the other reviews, 1-star reviews of this attraction were primarily about the price of tickets and the lines and feeling disappointed once they actually got there.
Damn.
Wow. What's a ridiculous line? I mean, what is it? Skate West. That line is pretty. The Lincoln. What is it? Lincoln.
No, but like it has
I
to.
know.
It's something that has to do with the musical.
Yeah, I know, but those are the only lines that will piss me off.
I think that's a very broad assumption, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's fair.
Wow. Yeah, that is. Wow.
Neighborhood.
Downtown.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought just like on the streets,
The
like they came here
Nederlander?
and they thought people
No.
would.
No. Those lines aren't
Millennium
like
Park
crazy.
ice skating rink.
No, that would be a good one. That would almost also make more sense than this one.
Is it like State Street near Macy's? I don't.
No.
I mean, well, here's the thing. They did have lines to get into the park after 4:00 this summer at Millennium.
At Millennium
which kinda
Park,
threw me
yeah.
off.
But there's no ticket.
Yeah, it's not ticketed, but you're right. You don't have to pay for tickets, so that rules that out. Wow, what happened? Well, I don't know. That's crazy.
Sears Tower.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
This was
all the way
a
up
review for the Skydeck dining experience specifically, where you get deep dish up at the top of the Sears. It was the pie in the sky dining experience. It's like a special that they offer. It's Giordano's. You get to eat Giordano's at the top of the Sears Tower.
The most Chicago thing ever. Gotcha.
Yes. So what is doubly funny about this review is, number one, it doesn't make sense, but whoever is on TripAdvisor for Skydeck, they responded to almost all the 1-star reviews on there.
Oh my goodness.
And they
I
responded.
love when that happens.
They responded to this one saying, "Thank you for reaching out. It appears your review is for another venue."
It has to be.
Yeah, it gotta be.
It has to be.
It gotta be. Like, how do you get Chicago the musical mixed with the top of the Sears Tower? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they were expecting a performance.
I prefer to believe that it's for the Skydeck. I need this to be for the Skydeck.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be. That line is long, but I mean, like,
Is it?
yeah, it's a pretty long line. You know what I mean? Like,
because there are 2 tickets, and even if you get the expedited ticket, which is like $55, you still have to wait in line, and it's like they're not like the times are not always right, and it's a long process. I often, when I have people in town who want to go, I'm always like, "Do we have to?"
yeah,
Do we have to?
That person.
Can I just show you drone footage of what that could look
Take
like?
them to the flyover, and then pizza afterwards.
Yeah, there you go.
That's wild, though. That's wild to even put that together.
I want to give another huge thank you to our guest today from one of our favorite podcasts, 77 Flavors of Chicago, Dario, Durham, and Sara Faddah. Thank y'all for making time for CityCast.
As always,
Thank you.
Thank you. We love y'all.
And another round of applause for our game master, Simone Alisea.
Hey, thanks, Jacoby. And some good news to get you through if you're still looking for some plans for Mother's Day or you just really like brunch. Check out the article Hey Chicago newsletter editor Emmy Mack wrote on our website. I especially like the tip of hitting the farmer's market for flowers and brunch in the same trip, but also she's rounded up a list of spots that don't even do reservations, in case anybody you might know waited until the last minute. Check it out at chicago.citycast.fm. While you're there, you can also catch up on old podcast episodes, including the sponsored episode we dropped yesterday with the Minocqua Visitors Bureau, all about what to do in Minocqua, Wisconsin. I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for an excuse to dream about getaways, so be sure to take a listen. That's it for today. Jacoby is going to be back in the host chair tomorrow with your Friday News Roundup. I know I'm looking forward to it. I'll bet you are too. So we'll talk to you then.
There's no real winner here.
Just Yelp and TripAdvisor. Just got
Yeah.
free
Right,
mentions
right.
over and over and over.
Over and over and over.
And tourism for Texas.
Yeah, Texas one.
Just went through the roof.